Kal Alal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles and the elders whom the Lord have set up over us, whom the Lord have given the spirit, of truth to lead his hopeful elect, the souls of his hopeful elect, and feed them with this knowledge. Shalom to the fellow laborers out there who sincerely, do the work, who sincerely desire after righteousness, men who love in deed and not only in words, who are hoping to be chosen, who have been called, who are hoping to be chosen, who are sincerely building the ruins of the house of David by Tawada. Right? This lesson that I want to get into is about putting off the old man and being renewed to the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Wahaka Kwadash, to these scriptures, to these precepts, as a new man, as a newborn babe, right? Because I was, reasoning with, one of the brothers in the camp this evening, and it's one of the things that we went to with the younger men in the camp to put off, they have some certain habits and certain characteristics of the old man, because we've all been socialized, in Esau's, messed up society. We've been westernized, and a lot of that, brings feminine characteristics, niggerish characteristics, which are not, beneficial to the brotherhood, which are detrimental, to the brotherhood and to your spiritual growth, in this truth, your walk in this truth. So it's best to come in knowing that you will have to change. You will have to do a complete 180, if need be, because we're all imperfect. Yahweh Shai called none of us perfect. He called us being imperfect, and we are perfected through this knowledge, through the spirit, knowing that the flesh can never be perfect. We perfect our inward man, and as much as possible, try to live that outwardly. All right, so let's get into the precepts. This is Ephesians chapter 4, verse 21 on down. If so be that ye have heard him and have been taught by him, as the truth is in Yahweh Shai, that ye put off concerning the former conversation the old man, which is corrupt according to deceitful lusts. Right? Because the old way of thinking was all about pleasing the flesh, was all about seeking comfort for yourself, right? Whether it be emotional comfort, sexual comfort, financial comfort, whatever forms of comfort, and lust, we were driven basically by the wants and the desires of the flesh. There was no spiritual north that we were following. It was all based on pleasing ourselves. So now that we've come into this truth, the scripture says, verse 23, and be renewed in the spirit of your mind. So now you follow after spiritual desires, verse 24, and ye put on the new man, which after Yahweh is created in righteousness and true holiness. Wherefore put away all lying. Brothers shouldn't be lying to one another, Speak every man truth with his neighbor, for we are all members one of another. Be angry and sin not. Let not the sun go down on thy wrath, neither give place to the devil. Let him that stole steal no more, but rather let him labor, working with his hands the thing which is good, that he may have to give if that needeth. Let no corrupt communication come out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that he may minister grace unto the hearers. Right? So the idea is all those nasty habits that you had, as a nigger in the world, you drop them, You drop them once you come into this truth and you cultivate a true bond with your brothers through the spirit. Right? Let's move on to the next precept. This is Romans 6 and verse 6. Knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him, that the body of sin might be destroyed, that henceforth we should not serve sin, for he that is dead is freed from sin. Now, if we be dead with Yahushua, we believe also that we shall live with him, knowing that Yahushua, being raised from the dead, dieth no more, death have no more dominion over him. So the point is at verse 6, knowing this, that our old man is crucified with him. So if we have been baptized, unto Yahushua, right, the baptism signifies what? His death. So Yahushua being dead, right, we also should die. That old man should die, All the nasty, corrupt ways of the old man, should pass away, right? Continuing, this is Colossians chapter 3. Let me start at verse 8. But know ye also put off all these: anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, filthy conversation out of your mouth. Lie not one to another, seeing that you have put off the old man with his deeds, and have put on the new man, which is renewed in knowledge after the image of him that created him, which is after the image of Yahushua. Right? So basically we are supposed to be becoming more like Yahushua. Right? And what was Yahushua's example? That you love one another as he has loved us, Right? Yahushua washed the disciples' feet to show how much he loved them, and the ultimate price, he gave his life for his brethren, for us. So what more do we need to do now to show that we love our brothers? We have to do the same. We have to show that we love our brothers, The certain nigger habits that you had, pray to the Lord that he rids you of them, Right? Lastly, Romans 12 and verse 1 says, I beseech thee therefore, brethren, by the mercies of Yahweh, that ye present your bodies a living sacrifice, holy, acceptable unto Yahweh, which is your reasonable service. And be not conformed to the image of this world, but ye be transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh. Right? And that's self-explanatory, Right? Lastly, this is St. John 3 and verse 1. There was a man of the Pharisees named Nicodemus, a ruler of the Jews. The same came to Yahushua by night and said unto him, Rabbi, we know that thou art a teacher sent from Yahweh, for no man can do these things that thou doest, except Yahweh be with him. Yahushua answered and said unto him, Verily, verily, I say unto thee, except a man be born again, he cannot see the kingdom of Yahweh. Nicodemus said unto him, How can a man be born when he is old? Can he enter a second time into the mother of his womb, his mother's womb, and be born? Yahushua answered, Verily I say unto you, except a man be born of water and of the Spirit, he cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh. That which is born of the flesh is flesh, that which is born of the Spirit is spirit. Right? So if you continue with the same characteristics that you had in the world, you won't inherit the things of the Spirit, Because scripture said, he that is not born of the Spirit and of the water, which is this word, cannot enter into the kingdom of Yahweh, You can't enter into the chariots with nigger behavior.